Dr. Cooks, thank you for being here today. Please tell us about who you are. What department are you in? What is the position you hold? And how long have you been with San Francisco State University?
My name is Jamal Cooks. I'm in the Department of Secondary Education in the School of Education at San Francisco State University, and I look at language literacy and culture.
Professor, what are your interests? Please describe the critical issues in education that motivate you and the impact those issues have had on your work.
For me, the most critical issue is working with students in urban areas. I've been a director of after-school tutorial programs where I've worked with elementary school students. I've been a former middle school and high school teacher at the English and social studies level. I've worked at four-year schools, and I've also worked at community colleges, teaching English and working with mentoring programs. So I feel like from my experiences, urban education is what is important to me. Urban education is what I fight for, and I'm really trying to make sure that the research I do, the work that I do, and the people that I work with are in urban communities. And so I think that in general, algebra and writing skills are two gatekeepers to education, and a lot of the work that I do focuses on helping teachers overcome those issues, helping students develop better literacy and math skills, and institutions to really look at how they're working with their students of color.
Dr. Cooks, can you please take a moment and tell us about the research methodologies that you have used and why?
So my research has three different strands. That's language, popular culture, and higher education. The first, in language, I look at the experiences of English language learners and African American vernacular English speakers in schools and in classrooms. And what I'm really trying to do in this particular strand is work with teachers to better teach and provide instruction for their students that may not have traditional experiences or come from a standard American English background. The second strand is popular culture and literacy. What I do here is I look at how we might be able to incorporate hip-hop lyrics into the classroom to build reading comprehension skills, how we might be able to use thinking maps or expository organizational patterns in the classroom in order to develop writing skills, and also looking at oral presentations and communication in terms of all three of these different areas as it relates to popular culture. Finally, I look at higher education and particularly institutions that are working with students from urban communities. One of the articles I've written is about an African-centered school in East Oakland. Another one is looking at an African-American after-school tutorial program also in East Oakland. And finally, looking at African-Americans' experiences in doctoral programs. Currently, I'm finishing a book called When Failure is Not an Option, Academics, Athletics, and Achievement in Life. And it's a series of stories about my relationships with 10 of my former students over the last 12 years in track and field, in the coach student-athlete relationship that we have, and that it's not just about what they do on the track, but it's also about what they do in life. And so all of this encompasses the work that I do, and I'm very excited about all of the research that I do on urban education.
Professor, what is your experience working with doctoral students? What types of roles have you performed in the EDD program, such as teacher, chair, member of committee?
I've been very involved with the doctoral program since its inception. I came in on one of the planning groups early on, and I was fortunate enough to teach in the first three cohorts early in the program. The math and science class, that has been kind of transformed, and so now I've been teaching in the 961, which is the seminar, research seminar, talking to students about how to find a research question, how to define a problem, and to kind of talk them through what this dissertation process will be. I've served on a number of committees as the first chair and the second person on the committee. As the chair, I've worked on committees with looking at African American female principals in elementary schools, all the way to recruitment and retention programs at the community college level, different dissertations looking at the use of technology, and everything in between. Currently, I'm working with a couple of students that are looking at STEM research and the roles of women within the STEM field, and also looking at physical education and Pacific Islanders. So I feel that I bring a lot to the table as a dissertation chair. I'm very big on setting timelines and sticking to those timelines in order to be able to complete the program in 3 years. I take my experiences from the last 6 or 7 years with the program, and I am very vocal in our executive committee, which kind of sets the policies and procedures for the entire EDD program. So I feel very confident about my past work and the work I will do in the future as a dissertation chair and also as an executive board member.